Guten Tag, Jungs. Here is this week's grammar video. So this one is all about separable verbs. So separable verbs are quite a big group of verbs in German, and I want to start to teach you how to use them. So in this video, what I'm going to do is give you a list of quite a few separable verbs for some examples, and then we'll look at how we can work with them. But to start with, we need to revise our basic present tense of verbs so that we're really confident with that first. Okay, so the verb that I'm going to use here is machen, to make or to do. I'm using it because in the present tense it's totally regular, right? So what I want you to do is in your book just conjugate that verb like we've done heaps and heaps of times in the starters that we do on the board. So pause the video, write out the verb table for machen, and now I'm going to go over it. Okay, so we have ich mache, du machst, sie macht, wir machen, ihr macht, sie machen, and sie machen. So a couple of things to remember. Remember that this is sie with a small s, this means they. This is sie with a big S, this means you. And ihr is the plural familiar form, right? So it matches up with du, which is for one person. Okay, now I've done that because when we do separable verbs, we still conjugate them in just the same way as for ordinary verbs. So separable verbs are verbs that have two bits. They have what we call a prefix, a prefix, and then they have a verb part, right? So what we do is that we take the prefix and we chop it off, and it gets stuck on the end of the sentence. And then we form the main verb in the usual way. So first we're going to look at 5 sentences, and then we're going to go back and have a list of a bunch of separable verbs, right? So the first one here, ich rufe meine Mutter an. You can see that here we've got rufe, but at the end we've got the prefix an. Now that comes from the verb to telephone, which is anrufen. This is the prefix, and it gets chopped off. This is our ordinary old verb. The next one, steht 7 Uhr auf. Here's the main verb, and here's the chopped off prefix. So this comes from the verb aufstehen, which means to get up. And when we learn these verbs, we learn them in the infinitive form, right? So we learn them written all as one word. So aufstehen. The next one, sie macht die Tür zu. So this is the chopped off prefix, and this is the main part of the verb. So that one comes from the verb zumachen, to close, here to close or to shut the door. This one, sie sehen glücklich aus. Here's the chopped off prefix, and here's the main verb. This comes from the verb aussehen, which means to look, right? So to look happy. And the last one I've put here is ich räume das Wohnzimmer auf. Here's the chopped off prefix, and here's the verb. Okay, so this one means I clean up the living room. I'll just get rid of that mess. Let's get rid of those. So this verb here is aufräumen. Okay, so one more time. What we're doing is we're looking at the prefix, and then we're looking at the normal verb. The prefix goes to the end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you a list of a bunch of really common separable verbs. So all of these I think are on the level 1 vocab list, and we're going to start working with these on the next slide. So aufstehen means to get up, aufmachen, to open, aufräumen, to tidy up or to clean up, aufwachen means to wake up, right? This is to get up, and this is to wake up, anrufen, to telephone, aussehen, to look, and then some more that you might already recognize, Fernsehen, to watch TV, herunterladen, we saw that when we were doing our hobbies topic, so that means to download, and stattfinden means to take place. So what I'd like you to do now is to write these into your book. And here I've done a different colored pen for the prefix. Now, you don't need to do that, but when you're writing these down, and you'll if you keep on going with German and you learn lots and lots of vocab, you might want to have some method to show that it's a separable verb, right? So you might want to underline the auf. Aufstehen, aufmachen, aufräumen, aufwachen, anrufen, aussehen, Fernsehen, herunterladen, and stattfinden. Okay, so put those down into your book. Pause the video to do that. Then I'm going to give you some practice at translating into German. Okay, your turn now. I want you to write these 7 sentences in German. You can use the verb list that you've just written out to help you. So pause the video and then I'm going to go through them one by one. Okay, so the first one, she gets up at 8 o'clock. Sie steht 8 Uhr auf. Okay, so look, steht is just what we had with our regular verb conjugation back here, right? It's sie, so it has to end in T. Okay? So sie steht 8 Uhr, at 8 o'clock, auf. Right? So the auf goes at the end. Number 2, I wake up at 7 o'clock. So to wake up is aufwachen. The auf will go to the end. So it's ich wache, ends in I because it's ich. Ich wache 7 Uhr auf. Okay, so this just gets dumped at the end of the sentence. Number 3, I shut the door. So to close the door, or to close or to shut, is zumachen. Right, so it will be ich mache die Tür zu. Number 4, we watch TV every evening. So the verb we want is Fernsehen. Wir sehen jeden Abend fern. Right, they clean up the kitchen. Now, I should have said there that the kitchen, some of you will know that word, the kitchen is die Küche. So number 5, sie räumen die Küche auf. Right, because the verb is aufräumen, to clean up. Right, which I'm sure you all love doing. The concert takes place at 4 o'clock. So the verb for to take place is stattfinden. So it's das Konzert findet. What time did I say? I think I said at 4 o'clock. 4 Uhr statt. So look, again, we've got the chopped off prefix at the end of the sentence. And then the last one was I like downloading music, and I've said to use gern. So ich, now the verb, the infinitive of the verb is herunterladen. Right? So it looks like to load down to under, right? So it looks very similar to English. It's kind of a cognate, right? So ich lade. So here, herunter is the prefix. Ich lade gern Musik herunter. So there you go. Now, what I want you to do now is on Google Classroom in the Google Doc, which hopefully you've found even before you watched this, there is a Google Doc where I want you to go to Languages Online and do some really good work they've got on there on separable verbs. Okay, and then there are boxes in the Google Doc for you to paste in how you got on with that. I'm also going to set a little bit of Education Perfect on this for you. Okay, if you've got any questions about this, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll catch up with you guys next week. Thanks for watching.